Do you think that with Love Island, for example, do you think that we've had our heyday? Like, is that era kind of done? Or because I was having a weird take, random internal take last night. I was like, I feel like there's potential for it to go back to how good it was, because now we're at a weird point where we're not getting brand deals anymore for the show. Like, you know, where you go in and you can get a Pretty Little Thing or a Boohoo deal like that. So that was kind of what people started striving for. So it took away from the reality of the show and what made it good. But now we're not even getting, like, the contestants aren't really getting that. It's much fewer and far further between. So it makes me think, if it's going to keep going, there is potential for it to kind of come back full circle.
I don't think it's Love Island itself. I think it's the viewers.
The viewership, yeah.
So we've changed.
The viewing experience or the actual?
No, we have changed.
Okay.
So that, I can only talk about this from my perspective. So the current Love Island season that we're on now, I struggled to watch it. And at the start, the first few episodes, I remember doing a video on TikTok talking about how the contestants are boring, blah, 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 blah. But then I deeped it, I was like, is it that they're boring or has my taste changed?
We have watched more reality shows as the years have gone on as well, so maybe our standards are higher?
That's not my point. It could be a bit of that, but I think it's because I think as I'm getting older, Love Island is a younger crowd.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And so I'm getting older, and the age of the contestants are not really changing. They tend to be around the early 20s. You might get one that's like post 25,
and then like she's
but the rest are early 20s, and so that means every year I'm getting further and further away from relating to that generation.
So it's not for us, essentially.
So I don't relate to them. So I'm not related to them the same way that I would have back in the day when I was, because I'm almost touching mid-30s at this point. So some of these contestants are more than 10 years younger than me. Their way of doing things is different to my way of doing things, and also sometimes I'm over it because I've been there, done that. Like I don't.
But last year was good though.
Last year was good
with Ella and Tyrese.
But I think this season's good as well. If you look at the discourse that's come out of this season, it's been juicy.
From an entertainment standpoint, this season is definitely not the most boring. I think it's just more like I've just been drained off of the everyday of it, really. I think that's the main thing.
But that's my point. That's what I'm saying, that as we get older, our tastes are changing. And so, but Love Island stays the same. And so it can feel like, is Love Island going downhill? No, it's not going downhill. Our tastes are changing. And I really deeped it. I was like, you know what? This season is no different to any other season. Let's be real. It's not that different. The only difference is that Joey, we've never really had someone that's already in the limelight on the show like that, and that's a new thing. But I'm not moved by it because I'm like, okay, give me something.
That's
do you know what I mean?
So dumb that they put him on this season.
I do want to say that I do think that Joey and what's that guy's name?
Sean.
I do think that they're racist.
He's 100%. Joey is actually like, I was thinking about it last night, you know. I was like, Joe, because people, I've seen tweets saying like, oh, this has been a bad move for Joe's career kind of thing. I'm like, I don't think that's true. I get why people are looking at it that way, but ultimately Joe's going to be fine. So I don't know if I think that, but it definitely, I think, I don't know if there was even a public perception of him before, because really respectfully,
no one cares
about Joey Essex. But like ultimately, when you compare him on the show now to Towie, I'm like, I never thought Joey Essex was a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Like, he never came off as an arsehole on Towie before. So in that sense, I'm like, I feel like some of these shows cannot do wonders in that sense for people. That's like, oh, we kind of see you now. And we don't like what we see. Like, this might not have been the best move in that regard. And 100% he's racist. Like, you can tell, like, the microaggressions. Honestly, from Omar, I clocked it. Because the way he was there was something so weird about the way he was so ready to go because it was Omar. And I just know it was something to do with him being a black guy. I just knew, I could feel it.
It's because because
you were only aggressive for no reason.
They've never had to feel inferior. And they don't think that they need to feel inferior. It's so deep, they're intimidated by us. I do think 100% they're intimidated by us. But it's not an overt intimidation. It's one that they don't even realise they have.
They don't even know it's there until it happens.
It's so subconscious for them. So like, I think he was intimidated by Omar because it was like, right, I'm supposed to get the girl.
The no competition.
Because he doesn't
hear what you said? Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, because in their mind, they're the creme de la creme. Right? And I'm looking at it from two So there's the subconscious and then there's the conscious. Consciously, they believe that they're criminal crime. Subconsciously, they're intimidating. And they're trying to constantly prove that they're criminal crime. So when Grace was like, I'm feeding Omar, he's thinking, no, that's not how this is supposed to go.
Like,
girl, did you not get the
surely not, yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know if you...
With our whole here, Joey Essex, are you okay? Like...
You know he was thinking that too.
Did you
are you...
They got me on the show for a reason. I'm supposed to be bringing in the views. I'm the star. All the girls here are meant to like me.
I'm the star.
No, for real. All the girls, because he gives me diva vibes.
He definitely does. He's definitely that type.
Because he knows he's already a Z-lister.
Yeah.
He came on the show.
That's why I was like...
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a famous guy.
He really thinks he's the shit, but nobody cared about you.
Listen, but in his mind, he's a A-lister.
Yeah.
To us, Z-lister. He's the one that we know. Everyone else is strangers.
Yeah.
He's been on TV.
Yeah.
So he's coming on the show expecting all the girls to flock him, all the girls to like him. Then here comes Omar from, what's it, South London or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody guy from South London that nobody knows who's been on TV.
Literally.
And he's black. And the girl that wants him is a white girl. Are you alright?
I'm pretty sure that she only let Joey hit because he's Joey Essex. Like, I think they met in Dubai, and I think she was like, you know what?
They were on the show before. Did you know that?
On the show before?
No, they were on a show.
Really?
A dating show. Yeah, I think it was.
I didn't know that.
2017. I forget the name of the show. I might have to tell you.
That's interesting.
They were on. It was a dating show.
I didn't know that.
They were both contestants on the show from back then.
Did they meet there?
They knew each other then.
That's dodgy. Because so that's even more this given plan. It's given.
That's why it's giving. Okay. That's why it's giving. Joey was like, excuse me, bro.
This is not the script. He said, I think you need to read that shit again.
Like, are you sure? Because I'm Joey Essex, girl. Like, who's this other guy?
Do you know? I don't know if you remember the season with Sophie in it, Rochelle Hume's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the guy that she was coupled up with Connor?
Yeah.
With the teeth?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you remember his racist text getting leaked.
Yes.
So, yeah, he sent messages to his girlfriend saying, like, the fact that you slept with black men makes me sick, right? Yeah. I remember reading that and said, yo, you gotta be racist to say that with chest in a text. But anyway,
that's how they feel.
With chest. I said,
that's how they feel.
Racist.
Like, a lot of them say that. A lot of them, they, you know, like, and this might just be an online rhetoric.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, like, there's been content. I don't know if you saw that video of this, of the Snapchat group chat getting leaked.
Yeah, the girls.
The white girls.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh yeah.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah. Like, and I remember, like, when that discourse was happening, a lot of the white guys online, let me be specific, I'm not saying it's all white guys, the ones online that were talking about this, they were like, well, yeah, like, the white girls that black guys get are the ones that we don't want anymore. That's how they see it.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't see that side.
Yeah, and they also have this belief that they have high expectations.
Is that why they don't want them anymore? Basically,
it's not why. It's more like you had to go for them because we would have never want you. And the notion of it, from what I've seen,
they're not speaking to the standard.
From what I've seen online, because choose my words carefully here.
Yeah.
From what I've seen online, it's the reason for it is they tend to be like the more overweight. Like, our features are not what attract them. Like, they have the standard of you need to be slim, you need to be skinny, and the girls that tend to get the black guys don't fit that aesthetic that that expectation that they have for the white women. So they're like, we expect our women to look like this, to look like that. You don't fit that norm, so we don't want you. So of course you're gonna go for a black guy because that's what they like. So they have this. So it's so crazy. It's almost like they've told themselves that. It's because we don't want them, that's why you want them.
Yeah.
But then they're also at the same time basically saying, you don't have standards that we have. The standards we have for our women are higher than the standards that you have. And
there's so much to unpack with that.
And there's so much to unpack with that. I'm probably going to do it on.
I know, I was going to say that's a whole separate conversation.
Yeah, I probably will talk about that.
But
because I've seen it come up quite a few times recently.
I never saw that because I only saw like our people commenting, so I did not even see that. Because
I try and pay attention to different
both sides.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
And just hearing
that side of Twitter as well.
Yeah, and just understanding, like, because I've seen like on Twitter the comments from white guys on interracial relationships. It's so interesting hearing their perspective of it. They hate it.
And the thing is, I always thought that was more of like an older white man mindset. So when I see young white guys think like that, I'm like, wow, like it really bothers you because back on the Connor thing, I remember when that happened, I didn't see it, but when I was looking up after this Joe thing, 'cause it just made me think. because I was going to make a video on it, and I saw Vaz Morgan. Do you remember Vaz from Towie?
Yeah. He
had made a statement. This was around the whole Jessie thing when she did that boys video.
Yeah.
And he was speaking up for Leanne at the time, but he kind of went on a different tangent, and he was basically talking about the amount of racism and stuff he's experienced from working on set at Towie. He said some of these people, they are different in real life, and you'll be shocked at how racist they are because ITV gives them a good edit.
That's right.
And I just read that and I thought, could Joey be one of the people that he was referring to?
So it's Sean from Essex?
Sean, I think it's from Hartford. I think I saw his intro video the other day and he said Hartford.
Okay. I think. So I was born and raised
Where is Hartford though?
It's near Hertfordshire.
Is that, I think. Okay, cool. I just assumed what I assumed, but I wasn't 100%.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Not me saying it's just
I don't think it's in Essex anyway.
But I grew up in Essex. So I did a bit of history. I was born and raised in East London. When I was 13, we moved to Essex because I was moving with the wrong crowd. That's what my family told you.
Not the wrong crowd, child.
Was that all going to Nigeria?
Yeah, that was the wave at the time.
And on my road, we were the first black families to move onto the road. Okay. And in my school, I was one of 3 black girls. The other 2 were born and raised in Essex.
That even sounds like the beginning of a horror film.
Girl, I was racially bullied in secondary school.
Oh, bless you.
And so I can believe that, and again, it's probably a perception I have because I was raised in Essex at that time, where there wasn't that many black people. Essex, it's only recently that Essex has been,
but it still kind of is. Like, obviously, there's more black people now.
It's a bit more diverse now.
Okay. Because in my mind, Essex is predominantly white.
Yeah. And it was way more white then.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way that they view us is they see us from the perspective of what TV show, which is ghetto, urban, crime, ratchet. That's how they see us. Yeah. And so it's, for me, I can believe that Joey. That's why I'm bantering about his mindset. But as someone that grew up in Essex,
you see certain things.
I genuinely believe that that's what's going on through his mind. Are you alright?
He was angry.
Are you alright?
Like, he was heated.
Him. It's meant to be
the way he came out, because I was like, this actually escalated all on your end so quickly for no reason. Like, you got in his face, over something you don't even really know if it's true. You didn't even ask what his perspective was on the situation. Yeah. There was a reason why you were raring to go where it came to Omar, because if it was one of the other white guys, you would not have reacted like that. You would have reacted totally differently. And then now with the Josh thing, Josh has been very careful about the way he's navigating his situation, because you can tell, especially the last couple of episodes, he's been really trying not to act in a way that they know they'll paint him as aggressive, but they've recently kind of done that, because there was an episode where they kept talking about, we don't know why Josh reacted like that, Josh's reaction. So I was like, Josh didn't do anything. Like, he did raise his voice, he wasn't disrespectful to you, you were the one being disrespectful, but the narrative now is like Josh acted crazy or something, so you're still doing it, even though he literally didn't do anything. And just the way he's so antagonistic, it's almost like he knows what he's doing. I'm like, so I don't even buy he's as dumb as he acts. It's just because you know what you're doing in a sense. It's like he's trying to get them.
But it's the reality of being a black person in the UK. That's what it's like. Yeah. Like, if you've worked in corporate, you face that every day. It's normal. That's normal.
But when they're actually purposely trying to antagonize you,
but that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what they do. But then when I react, it's
and then they're like, you're playing a race card.
Yeah.
What do you mean playing a race card? There's no such thing as a race card.
Yeah, exactly.
This is our reality.
I hate that term. Yeah,
whenever we talk about it, it's like, here we go, talk about race. Yeah. We never created race, by the way.
And it shows up in everything. It just is like that.
What's crazy to me is, I just think of it as you're illiterate, because we didn't create race. Yeah. We were minding our business. Yeah. We are
victims of this.
We are victims of you creating such thing as race and division. So now when we talk about it, don't come and start
this is your business, really.
Who created the race card? What are you talking about?
So true. It's so true. We were actually minding our business.
I'm minding my business, enjoying myself, full of the time. Okay.
All of a sudden, you come on these votes now.
Right? Talk about, we're going to sell you to you.
It's so true, because that's actually the definition of one day a black person was minding their business and then all of a sudden all this fuck shit. That's literally exactly what racism is.
Living our life, even though that we not existed, we were happy in our reality, and then you came.
And that's what Joey and Sean be doing. Mimii and Josh be minding their business, all of a sudden they're coming for them and chatting to Sean, that one. You see Sean
is so up. Joey's backside.
It's actually nasty. Like, I look at Matilda like, this your king.
I was like, well, he might have feelings for Joey at this point because the way...
like, he always has to, like, there was such a little moment, I think last night, the one before, where something happened with Joey and Sean just felt the need to pipe up. It was nothing to do with me or Josh or anything, but it's like, you're actually always there to bum lick. Like, it's mad embarrassing. Like, anything that happens with this guy, you have to be like some kind of cheerleader or doing up ad-libs. Like, it's mad weird.
Crazy. And this is why I love Kieran. I love Kieran.
I know.
Damn.
One thing about Kieran, he will stand on business. Like, I love that. He's very mature for 21, so I actually don't know why he gets the narrative. Like, that they just do that to rile him out, because the way they call him immature, it's very confusing to me, because I'm like, he's more mature than any of you.
He's immature because he's not conforming to the mindset of the likes of Joey and Kyle. And another thing I wanted to kind of say that kind of came to my mind when we were talking about this earlier is culturally, our culture and their culture is so different. Like, in the black community, we mind our business. We mind our business a lot. It might not feel like it right now, but we do.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Like, for example, the whole Mimii and Ayo thing, once them lot squashed it, we squashed it. We said, cool, it's done now.
That was last week's news.
That's gone. There's any fuss talking about it. Okay, yeah, my girl was on her knees on the terrace. Embarrassing.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
But once she spoke about it with Josh, and Josh was like, it's done, we were like, cool, move on. You like them. It is what it is. You would notice that it was all the Caucasians in the house that had to keep talking about it, that they couldn't let it go.
Yes. And the thing is, I even agreed with them with the Mimii thing. I actually think that she was low-key hoping for a kiss or something. Like, there was something about that terrace situation. I'm like, I don't think she would have made the move, but I think in the back of her mind she was hoping for an intimate moment. Because if she really wanted to have a conversation, there were other private places that she could have gone in. Like, she could have gone to that den. Like, there was places she could have gone. So I even agreed, but they were on her dick so much.
I don't know,
that I was actually like, it's actually enough.
I don't know if I agree.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if she would have made the move, but I think that's what she was hoping.
I don't know if I agree, because the context in my mind is that even before she went on the terrace on her knees for that guy, for that Ayo, everyone was talking about them. Everyone was like, it was almost like they were being looked at under a microscope.
Yeah.
Ayo, Josh, Jess, and Mimii, they were being watched, and they had stopped talking about the situation. The situation I'm talking about is Ayo coming into the house with Jess.
With Jess, yeah.
They had all stopped talking about him. Mimii was still getting, like, trying to figure out how she felt about the situation. And I'll put that to the side. That's a whole nother thing. Her feelings for Ayo and why it's there is a whole nother conversation. But I think that it made sense for her to go on the terrace because she needed privacy to talk to Ayo. Because they've been talking about them so much that if they had seen them or heard, oh, they're in the den, you know, or they're over there, oh, that would have been a lot. If no one knows that we're on the terrace,
but
no one knows.
Sneaking up there doesn't help that.
But
because now there's something to talk about.
Where she played herself was she went and hired Joey.
That was dumb. That was a wrong choice.
Because you could have gone to Nicole. You could have gone to Nicole.
Kieran even. They wouldn't have
you could have gone to Kieran.
Yeah.
You could have said to Josh, babe, when you're locked in, you'll be like, I'm going to call Ayo and talk to him.
That actually would have been better, because at least then he's in the know, so there's no
I'm going to put him to talk to him.
Yeah,
I'm going to put him to talk to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go somewhere so that no one's in your face talking to you about it.
So that's all that
matters.
That's actually a better.
Because the way I would have played this, man, I should have been in the house. Yeah. The way I would play it, is I'm like, listen, babe, I want to talk to Ayo. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I just want us to like talk through this because it was unresolved.
They did keep having the same conversations. That was another reason why I was like, was it really that? Because you have this conversation.
I know, but Mimii doesn't read cues. She already know that she moves with her heart first.
Yeah, she does.
So I'm gonna give her that grace.
Yeah, she does.
So I would have been like, listen, babe, like I'm still very much into this, but there's still conversations that I feel are unresolved with Ayo because of the way everything played out. I do want to have a conversation with him. Out of respect for letting you know, so that other people are not in our business. I'm gonna ask that he comes and meets me on the terrace. That's how I would have done it. And then I probably would have said to Ayo directly, come meet me on the terrace. Don't let anyone know. If you like, tell Jess. If you like, don't tell Jess. But don't tell anyone else. That's how I would have handled that.
Because then at least then it's like there's no room for it to be looked at as anything other than a conversation. And I did do a video about this on TikTok where I was saying that, like, as much as everyone's like judging Mimii's how old? 23, 24, I think she's early 20s.
Yeah, so and I'm not saying it's an age thing because I think even I could fall into the trap where you like someone a lot.
We've all been there. Yeah, we've all been there. So I'm not going to act brand new in that regard.
Sometimes we look back and we're like, I did some real Pick-Nisha things for that guy.
Some of them might not even be things that they know about. It might be on the low. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the little thing we be like, internet.
Because a lot of people, I don't want to say it's a girl thing, like, even everyone, we like to talk hard body online. But in reality, the things that we would accept and the things that we do, it's a whole other story.
But on TV is a bit different. And also the on your knees thing. And I know she was on her knees because she wanted people to see her, but I said, girl, you're really crawling for that man. I haven't done that. I
don't want to say it can never be me.
Yeah. I don't like saying that because then it will be you.
I can never say that,
you're asking for
I feel like for the right guy, I would move Pick-Nisha for the right guy. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It really
like take over you when you feel like that about somebody.
Like this guy. Yeah, I can see myself.
I hate that. That's why Love You's scary sometimes.
And that's why I hate being a lover girl.
Because it's not actually really terrifying.
It's not true. I'm sorry. I'm a real lover girl. Sorry. If I like the guy, I'm gonna go and cook. I'll go and buy groceries. I don't think
that's a bad thing though.
But
I think that's a bad
thing. If you say that online, oh my god, Pick-Nisha.
No, but there's a difference between him expecting you to be a maid and a cook than you just liking to cook for your man.
And my love language, not love language. It's not my love language. The way that I show love is I'm an acts of service person. Yeah. In terms of giving acts of service. So I'll be like, my babe wants this, I'm gonna go and do that for him. Yeah. That's me.
Would you do it on like a regular basis, or would it be like every once in a while I'm gonna treat you kind of thing?
It depends on the love, man.
Yeah.
And the bedroom antics.
Depends on what.
Let's be real, because it was really hitting.
Depends on what he's coming with, because
listen, in glasses, there's nothing I would do for that man. Sorry, are you okay?
I love the honesty.
Listen, I'll be honest with myself, because I don't want to come up here like I'm cold and like no, I'm not that type of bad bee. If I really like the guy, I'm doing it. I'm
saying, like, when you like someone like that much, like you just want to do things to make that will make them happy. Yeah. So I'm like that. So
because at the same time, me too, I'm getting some sort of gratification from it as well, because I get to see my babes.
I just don't know if I'm that type of cook, so I don't know if I could. I'll probably just have to stick with another way. I know it will be my cooking. I think I'm a bad cook, but you know when like I cook for myself, like this is fine for me, and it tastes good, so it doesn't really matter. I don't like to cook for myself. But I don't think I could cook. That's I don't have that. Yeah,
I like to cook for other people.
Okay.
I like to cook for myself. I hate.
Really? I actually like cooking. It's just having to do it all the time, but I do enjoy it when.
I love my food.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, lately I've been like obviously cooking for myself because I'm trying not to take takeaway.
Yeah.
Cook myself, I'm like, this food bangs, damn. I'm feeling the love for myself. I'm loving myself right now. Yeah. But I show love to other people by cooking for them, by doing stuff for them. Like my siblings, they love it when they come around and
that's nice.
She's lavish for us because she's so happy to have us around. So if I can do that for my family to show them love, I'm gonna do it for the guy that I like. So I'm like, oh babe, what's your favourite meal? I'm gonna go and practice that favourite meal so that I can cook for you.
Yeah. No, I love
Let me not lie. Let me be real. Like that's the extent of my Pick-Nisha-ism. Yeah. After that,
I feel like that's like Pick-Nisha.
Yeah. I'm not throwing the girls under the bus for a man there, but I would cook for him. Yeah.